Delighted to be joined by MSD's Fergal Morris again. Fergal, we have a couple of queries that are coming in from around the country. I might read out the first one. It's from a Cork farmer. I've started watching my maiden heifers on an out farm and I'm breeding to standing heat. I was going to go in with a shot of PG after a week. Is it day 6 or day 7 for the injection, or does it make a difference?
Yeah, it's very important in terms of the time that you give a shot of prostaglandin. So if you look at what happens when the egg is released from the ovary into the uterus, after 5 days you get the corpus luteum forms, it's the yellow body it's called, but it produces progesterone. If there's a pregnancy, the corpus luteum is retained and it continues to produce progesterone, maintaining the pregnancy. If there's no pregnancy, the corpus luteum breaks down and you get another egg released. So there's a period of 5 days where it won't respond to prostaglandin at the start, and there's also a period of 5 days at the end. So there's 11 days in between where it is effective. So for that reason, we'd always say leave it at least 6 days.
Good. Okay, that's clear. That's clear. Second question. I've just landed 2 Hereford stock bulls onto my farm for cleaning up maiden heifers after AI in 4 weeks' time. So these bulls have just landed on the farm. He doesn't want them straight away, but he wants them in 4 weeks' time. I have them in a paddock on their own. Is that quarantine enough? And what do I need to look out for?
Yeah, I think it's certainly a very good idea to quarantine for a period of time, because animals, can arrive on the farm and then they can get sick after they arrive. I think one of the big ones would be IBR. That's certainly something that's very contagious, and you'll see that within a few days after they arrive. But they can spread it to the other animals in the herd. There's also potential that they can be infected with things like leptospirosis, which can cause severe infertility. So it's probably best, if you don't know the history of the animal, to vaccinate definitely for leptospirosis, because that can result in about a 20% reduction in conception rates. It's the most important one this time of the year. And once that's done at least 2 weeks prior to the breeding season, there's no issue. One that's probably worth considering still is BVD. BVD, we've done a great job in Ireland in terms of getting rid of the persistently infected animals, but it's still circulating. And it's a little bit like coronavirus. To try and get rid of some of these viruses, you probably need to vaccinate in some cases, especially if you're not sure of the history. So BVD is another one, and Leptovoid and BVD can be given at the same time. And the final one that is worth considering is IBR. Unless the animal is going for going to an AI station, IBR is worth considering as well, because it is extremely contagious. We talk about a reproduction. Sorry, yep.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I mean, you've answered the second part of that question. There was actually two parts to that farmer question. He said he actually told us the farmer where I bought them said he's not vaccinating for anything, but the herd where they've landed, they vaccinate for BVD, IBR, and lepto. So his question is, so these are four weeks before he needs them, and he's saying, should I vaccinate them now? And effectively, from what I've heard from you, you're saying yes, get in with your BVD, IBR, and lepto now. And you'll still have you'll get your booster shot in before they actually are released with the heifers, won't you?
Yes, and IBR is a single dose, and one of the advantages is that you can actually mix BVD and IBR combined, bovis BVD and IBR. You can mix the two of them and give them at the one time. So that's a single injection for IBR. Then you need a booster dose for BVD if they're not vaccinated. Leptovoid, you'll need 2 doses. So that's 2 doses 2 weeks apart. And again, 3 to 4 weeks apart. And in the case of Leptovoid and BVD, they can be given at the same time as well.
That's cool. That's straightforward. So he should go ahead and do it now, and he has time. The fact that they are 4 weeks from before they join with the heifers. Final question. I'll just read it out here again. I've trouble keeping heat detection stickers on heifers. What are my options?
It's a very good point. And at this time of the year, you might still have a winter coat, and hair is the problem. So if you've got rough hair in particular that's loose and dirty, try and remove that. And sometimes even to clip it. We've all got good at maybe clipping hair at this stage. And one of the things that you can do is don't do a 0 or a 1, basically. Don't cut it too tight, but you can clip the hair. You can certainly use glue in some cases to try and hold the stickers in place. And stickers are definitely better for heifers than tail paint. That is the case. The other option is the monitors. So there's two types of monitors. You've got the collars, but there's also ear tags, and the ear tags can be very effective in heifers. The monitors, the collars mainly are used for cows, and they tend to look at both health and fertility. In the case of the heifers, they're slightly cheaper, so you can pick the ones that just focus on fertility, and some of those are extremely accurate.
Okay, Fergal, thanks for that. That's straight and clear what you've given us today. We'll be in touch.
Thanks, Jack.